Okay, let's conclude this with state activity. Um, I've worked in DC for a long time, and I don't want to date myself, for a long, long time. But I also know that um, policy making, government always gets tougher as you get closer to the people. Washington, D.C. is a bubble, and we here in Washington, D.C. Work on issues at 30,000 feet. When you get to the state, rubber hits the road. Contractors face something that it's erupted quite a bit in the last few years, and we've been facing this for many, many years. It has to do with licensure for contractors. I say that, and most of you nod your head. That's true. We know about it. Attacks on licensure are at the state level, and they're all over the place. Problem is they travel in different ways. It may be a direct attack on licensure for a particular industry. It could be the dismantling of licensure and trying to substitute it with some sort of a self-certification process. A great example is what happened in Texas recently. And by the way, hats off to the plumbing industry in Texas and the PHCC of Texas for battling something that is truly, it's not devastating. It's devastating. It's a bad thing what the Texas legislature was trying to do. You got a delay, a couple of years, which is beautiful, but licensure, the dismantling of licensure occurred in many, many states. And actually, I can think of an example in Indiana in the last couple of years as well. But the enemy here is ignorance. And I don't mean ignorance on behalf of the industry. I mean ignorance on behalf of lawmakers. They know not what they do, right? Realizing that the vast majority of lawmakers are not from your industry. And you need to constantly connect, engage, and educate them on how what they do impacts your business and impacts consumers. So I'm gonna leave you with this. If you're not, and I'm sure that you're all well aware of licensure laws in this country, state by state, but be aware of the types of ways that the attack on licensure, and begin to come up with a game plan in terms of trying to engage, communicate, and educate lawmakers. There was a great example in Virginia, in the great state of Virginia, in the last about year and a half. A governor's commission had reviewed different licensure laws for different types of industries, and in their work, one of the criteria was that if we review an industry, the licensure law in an industry that protects the health and safety of citizens, then we leave it alone. So I thought, and I don't know how, I was not involved with Virginia at the time, but the fact that criteria got into the definition of the commission from the commission that the governor had, that the activity, the initiative from the governor in terms of development of the commission to look into licensure laws, the fact that was a criteria meant a lot. That commission stayed away from, in this case, the plumbing industry, being the plumbing industry was cited as protecting the health and safety. It's proactive education, that's my point. So my contact information is below. You're always welcome to contact me. I'm always available. I want to say 24/7, always available 24/7 by text or by email, by phone as well, but you're always welcome to contact me. And I look forward to working with all of you for a fantastic 2020. Thanks a lot.